Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to list 5 mind-blowing facts about Uncharted. Let's get right into it. A movie adaptation of the Uncharted video game series has been in development ever since 2008, and it was looking like it wasn't going to ever get made. The film's production is as surreal as they come, with video game voice actors visiting the set, a rigorous development process, and the film growing out of a James Bond pitch. Let's list the facts you probably didn't know about the movie. 7 different directors have been attached to the movie. Since Sony acquired the licensing rights to the video game series in 2008, just 1 year after the first game's release, the development has been passed around numerous times. Uncharted had 7 directors attached before Ruben Fleischer finally committed to the project. Sean Levy, Dan Trachtenberg, and most intriguingly, David O. Russell were among those attached. O. Russell was the project's first official director, and he had some intriguing casting ideas. The director wanted De Niro to play Sully and Pesci to play Drake's uncle, so the film would have reunited Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci before The Irishman. The movie started as a young James Bond pitch. In an interview with Total Film, Holland reveals that the final Uncharted film began with a completely different concept. The actor describes approaching Sony executives with a pitch for a James Bond origin story, which he admits was more of a pipe dream than a real possibility. When considering the properties on the table, Holland's concept could be grafted into the story of a young Nathan Drake. He said, "I had a meeting after or during Spider-Man 2 Far From Home with Sony to pitch this idea of a young Bond film that I'd come up with. It was the origin story of James Bond. It didn't really make sense, it didn't work." He then added, "It was the dream of a young kid, and I don't think the Bond estate were particularly interested. The idea of a young Bond film sparked this idea, in turn, that you could do a Nathan Drake story as an origin story, rather than as an addition to the games, and that opened a conversation." The story makes sense, as Holland has repeatedly stated that he wants to play Bond at some point, with the admission making headlines again in the aftermath of Daniel Craig's era as 007 ending with No Time to Die. While the young actor has had enormous success in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he has been gradually attempting to test his star image by taking on more adult roles and seeing where else audiences are willing to accept him. He has yet to find success in dramas, but Uncharted will give viewers a glimpse of Holland's post-superhero future as a blockbuster action star. Holland worked at a real bar to prepare for the role. Holland discusses his time bartending to prepare for his role in Uncharted in a GQ profile. The Uncharted film includes a scene in which Drake is bartending, which Holland wanted to appear authentic. Holland worked shifts with the staff at Chiltern Firehouse, a luxury hotel with a bar in central London, to learn the necessary skills. Holland learned how to mix various drinks and cocktails while also performing bottle tosses and trick pours while there. Holland has previously gone through extensive preparations for roles. Most audiences are familiar with Holland's work as Spider-Man, but they may be unaware that he trained for a long time to perform many of the required acrobatic stunts himself. Holland also lost 20 pounds for the role of an Iraq war veteran suffering from PTSD and heroin addiction in the film Sherry. While his bartending skills may not be up to par with what he endured for other films, it is clear that Holland brings the same level of preparedness to each project on which he works. Holland only had a 3-day break between 2 movies. Holland revealed in an interview with GQ that he only had a 3-day break between filming for the 2 massive projects. He finished filming Uncharted in Berlin and was in Atlanta 3 days later filming No Way Home. The short break was made difficult by the fact that Uncharted was a physically demanding shoot, and Holland had developed tendinitis by the end. While Spider-Man's mask allowed for more CGI in No Way Home, Holland explains that in Uncharted, he was frequently doing many stunts himself. He said, "I never realized how lucky I am that Spider-Man wears a mask, because when he's bouncing around and flying from buildings, that's all CG. In Uncharted, it's just me in a Henley and cargo pants. That film absolutely broke me." Nolan North visited the set. Unfortunately, Nolan North, who plays Nathan Drake in the video games, will not have a cameo in the film, as much as he deserves one and as exciting as it would be to see. However, he was on the set of the upcoming film, according to Polygon, and there are even photos of him joking around with Holland. North could very well be doing the same thing, as actors have now resorted to outright lying in interviews to hide any potential spoilers. with the most obvious example being Andrew Garfield's attempt to cover up his role in No Way Home. After all, it doesn't make sense for him to be on set, but not on camera. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.